Like, and thank you. Also new, Lawrence police say an officer is out of the hospital this morning after a suspect opened fire.
The man accused of shooting the officer is dead. We have team coverage of the scene near 46th and Post Road with Cody and Hannah. Hannah, let's start with you in the latest.
Well, police say that officer is expected to make a full recovery. He does not have life-threatening injuries. The Lawrence police chief says that he was shot in the leg during a shootout at a home here behind us on Burwood Circle. You can see police have been on scene working all night, well into the morning. There are several shell casing markers there on the ground. Now, this all started around 8:30 last night. Police say officers were serving a warrant for a previous shots-fired incident. A special weapons and tactics team was deployed because police say the two people being served were known to carry guns and were wanted for previous reports of firing guns at homes. Police say they surrounded the house and someone came out the back and fired a long rifle, hitting the Lawrence police officer in the leg. Other officers started shooting and killed the man. Police say a woman was also hurt in the shooting, but her injuries are not life-threatening. Another Lawrence police officer used a tourniquet on the injured officer before he was taken to Eskenazi Hospital by two IMPD officers. He was treated and released this morning. Now the Lawrence police chief says the whole situation is very upsetting.
You know, as officers confront crime, sometimes, you know, bad things can happen, and it's always a tragedy when it does. But you know, we don't blame the neighbors for being upset about that. We're upset about that as well. It was, again, a very fluid, rapidly evolving, very dynamic situation.
The officer who was shot has been with the Lawrence Police Department for more than 3 years. The chief says at last check, he is in good spirits. As for the people involved in this case, police are not releasing their names yet. They say this is obviously a very active investigation. Still, it's going to be investigated for quite some time. They are asking anyone who lives in the neighborhood, heard or saw anything, to please come forward. And Cody, you have more about how those people are feeling. This is a quiet neighborhood.
Yeah, it is. And we spoke to a gentleman last night. He's been living in this neighborhood for more than 30 years. His name is Willie Porter. And our crews spoke to him right here on the scene. And he mentioned that really outside of some broken windows, mailboxes run over, that sort of thing, it has been a relatively quiet neighborhood during his time here. He says he was outside talking to his wife on the phone when he heard gunshots off in the distance, which he said is fairly typical. He'll hear those every now and then. He says nothing like this, though, has ever happened in his time living here. He says that once he realized what happened, he, of course, was very surprised and shocked by the situation. Porter says he raised 3 kids in the neighborhood and has always believed it to be generally safe area, but he says the violence across the city has to stop.
Ain't never nothing happened in this neighborhood. I've been in the neighborhood for like about 33 years. I ain't never seen nothing in the neighborhood happen like this. It's just sick now. It's a problem around here in this city. It needs to be solved. Got to be solved, because you never know what happened. I never thought nothing like this happened in this neighborhood long I've been here. I raised 3 kids out of this neighborhood.
Porter says all he can do at this point is continue to live despite the violence happening. For more information, go to our website, wishtv.com. Back to you guys.